need to catch one.
Yeah, you should catch one. What does a rainbow trout look like? Do you know?
A rainbow trout!
That's right. It's exactly what they look like.
I think there's something nice about knowing a chunk of public land that you've visited over and over again and have a sense of homeness when you go there.
I've had people come in and visit us from all over the world. And practically everyone will say this is truly one of the most magnificent areas we've ever seen.
To me, it's the place where I rest.
There's no other country in the world that has fostered such an amazing amount of land that's public for people to enjoy.
But I think any kid, kind of benefits from being outside and getting out there.
It makes one really appreciate just how blessed we really are to have these public lands so we can all go out and participate hunting, fishing, and just even hiking. At my age now, there are many places that I cannot get into anymore, probably, but they're there, and they will be there as long as they're protected as public lands. It's such a gift. It's such a gift to the public as a whole to be able to go out and do things like that. And I do think of how grateful I am, and I think everyone should be, that they can do things like that. The river and some of the backcountry is always there. If I just had enough energy and guts to go out and do it, but it's always there for me.
As a Canadian, I think one of the most incredible things about the USA is the amount of public land here, as well as the access. To be able to plan a trip on a trail system that has been maintained by your Forest Service for the most part, or to know that you could go out as far as you can to the end of the line and then get out of your truck and hunt from that point forward. To be able to look at maps and actually plot and plan a course on just these infinite wild country public space is something that's so special about the States. With that ownership should come a sense of responsibility and a desire to maintain it and to keep it and to keep it the way it is so that it continues working and functioning, unto itself. I want it to stay there. And if I ever have a kid, I want to, show the kid, my kid or my offspring or my nieces and my nephews, I want to take them walking on public land.
When I was a little kid, my parents bought a place near Fairplay. It was just 2 small lots, but it was adjacent to the Pike National Forest. My sisters and I, that was our place to recreate. We knew every tree, every stump, every rock in a small geographic area, but it was ours. It really causes me pain to hear legislators, particularly at the state level, particularly in the western states where I live, talk about how the federal government is not managing federal properties correctly and that it needs to go to state for state control. Fact of the matter is, the states can't do it with the revenue they have. Public lands is where every individual who lives in the United States, who visits the United States, has the right to recreate. Whether it's hunting, whether it's fishing, whether it's hiking, photography, everyone has an equal right to be there. It belongs to us.
The idea that transferring public lands to either states or private interests will solve all problems, to me, doesn't make a lot of sense. These public lands belong to all of us, and no one interest should take precedent. That means that my interest shouldn't take precedent. That means that backpackers' interest shouldn't take precedent. Mountain bikers' interest shouldn't take precedent. It really requires an open mind and an ability to work with one another rather than just talk at each other all the time.
You know, it's so interesting because we want to trust our governments, whether it's federal or state, to protect these places that we love so much. But it's with these ideas that this land can just be sold, you know, that once it's in the state's hand that they can sell it for revenue. And it happens a lot, especially in the Northwest. You know, it's really scary and frightening, and I think it underlines the need for heightened awareness by the public.
For us, the value of being able to get him outside and be outside with us, and to see how much he loves being out there and loves watching birds and telling you, you know, that's a blue heron and that's a bald eagle and all that stuff, it's amazing.
Say, I love public lands.
You love public lands.
Pretty good.
It's available to everybody. There's not every class, every color, every economic, perspective. It's yours to come and play. The doors are open.